The Australian government collects taxes to fund public services. Services such as healthcare, for example Medicare, hospitals, education, for example public schools, universities, welfare payments, for example, Centrelink, pensions, disaster relief, defense and national security, roads, railways, and public transport, environmental protection, for example, national parks, support economic stability, and run government operations. I am employed as an civil engineer. When I do a good job, my boss pays me $4.90 into my bank. I get a payslip to show my earnings, tax deductions and superannuation contributions. At the end of the financial year, I do my taxes to find out what is my tax payable to the ATO. When my boss pays me, they take 12% from my pay and deposit into my superannuation fund of my choice. The superannuation fund is for me when I retire and no longer able to work. I cannot withdraw my super until my retirement age. When I do my taxes, I claim my work-related expenses against my wages. For example, safety boots, hat and clothings. These expenses are called deductions. I do my tax calculation like this. My pay package less super and less deduction. This would give me my taxable income. Then I apply the appropriate ATO tax rate or tax bracket to my taxable income. My taxable income would be taxed under the ATO bracket rate shown below. My pay package for an engineer is $95,000. My boss deduct 12% to my superannuation fund. I then deduct the expenses of $1,500. This would leave me $82,000. My tax bracket would be 2 and 3. That is, I need to pay $13,000 to ATO. Other circumstances affecting my tax. Things like I have investments such as shares or rental property. I have a family with dependents. I make donations. I have private health care. I use my car for work. I make more extra super contributions. And many more. What profession would you like to become when you leave school? A tradesperson, a nurse, or a teacher? We can minimize tax payable by modeling with different scenarios based on assumptions such income, deductions, rebate, offset, donations, and investigate the circumstance you are in. The goal is to minimize the tax payable. You move to the lower tax bracket.